And as you were saying, that Woodstock defense only allows 15 points a game. We're going to see him on the field first thing against what has been another powerful Sequoia offense. Sequoia, Woodstock, and Skip Pope, we're off. That is Rajecki back there, and he has a lane. First thing, Will Rajecki across the 50 to the 45. And if you are Coach Devine, of Woodstock, you know the one player you want to stop. If you are Woodstock, you want to stop Will Rajecki. And, I mean, I was expecting them to try to stop him on the run game, but they also need to focus him on the kickoff return.
Yeah, Rajecki's been crazy on the entire run game this season. Has 651 so far just on the ground with 102 attempts, 9 touchdowns, and that's not even counting for his receiving yards.
So we'll see this powerful Sequoia offense. Colby Martin, the junior, at the helm. Martin has a 113 QBR this season. And what you'll notice tonight is that both starting QBs have a QBR of 113. These are extremely evenly matched teams. As her first pass is a fake handoff to Rajecki, batted away, and it's called a complete pass. Pardon me, there's stoppage to play. I thought it was tipped and hit the ground.
They didn't call the play dead, and it didn't look like it was a forward pass, but it looks like refs are going to call it an incomplete pass there and bring that one back.
Yeah. So second down and 10. As I was saying, Martin, 113 QBR in the season, an amazing season. Just last week, 11 for 16 with 212 yards, only on 11 completions. Martin is an insane talent the Chiefs have. They are spotting the ball. I think he may have stepped out of bounds. So they called that a completion from Martin to Mariah.
But Mariah stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Mariah stepped out of bounds. Wow. So second down and 8.
If he didn't step out of bounds right there, that would have been a gain of about 20 on the first play of the game after almost giving up a turnover.
So now focusing on that Woodstock defense, this defense is insane. Only allowing 15 points per game. They only like one little misstep game in the whole season where I think they let up around 40 against River Ridge. However, they are really consistent in keeping opponents usually below 14, which is an insane accomplishment. I mean, they have Drew Burmeister, arguably the best player on the squad, with 71 total tackles on the season. Also has 2 picks. And in the secondary, you have Rylan Hubbard, the sophomore, who leads the team with 3 interceptions. The front 7, the secondary is strong, but the front 7 is really the strongest point for this Woodstock team. They can really push an offensive line around, and that is what Sequoia is going to be tested with the most tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that literally on the first play of the game, just getting to Colby before he could even get the ball out of his hands. I mean, Cooper Price leading the team with 7 sacks. Just a crazy accomplishment there. So far, Ian Mariah only has 5 on the season. Chiefs have played 1 less game, but still 7 inside of 7.
Yeah.
It's pretty good average.
So Martin in the shotgun. That's Rajecki to his right now. There's around 8 in the box for Woodstock. Martin's looking long. There's pressure. He's launching to Brooks Darling. It's kind of short, but he catches anyways. Touchdown on the second play of scrimmage. Brooks Darling. Unreal.
And I'm guessing that timeout call must have been to design this play up, because what a throw from Kobe Martin perfectly to Brooks Darling. Defender doesn't even know where he's looking.
I feel like Tyler Barbera, I believe it was, back in the secondary for coverage, I feel like he kind of thought the ball was kind of going over Darling's head, or maybe it was out of his reach, because he kind of just stalled there for a second, but Darling just put it right over Barbera's shoulder and snatched it for a touchdown. Man, what a start for Sequoia.
And 30 seconds in and 2 plays, Sequoia is up 6-0. A perfect start against a very, very strong Woodstock defense.
And McClure is perfect for extra points on the season, 26 for 26, and he's going to make it 27 for 27. Very consistent kicking from Caleb McClure.
And a great job right there from Robert Jecki to just bring down that almost high snap. Give McClure a perfect ball to kick, and it is 7-0.
7-0 on this homecoming game. Not sure if we mentioned that. It is homecoming night here at Sequoia. So Woodstock is looking to come in here and challenge and upset Sequoia on their homecoming night. But we have a lot of people here. And there's homecoming festivities at halftime. Has been a big week for Sequoia, so they definitely want to live up to the hype and clutch out a win here in Skip Pope.
And our own commentator, Max Swain, is on the homecoming court as well.
Yeah, so I will be departing around mid-second quarter to go do that, but I will be back for the second half. So after this kickoff, we will see sophomore QB Graham Burmeister, which, if Burmeister sounds familiar, there are a lot of siblings, powerful sibling duos, trios on this Woodstock squad. I mean, I don't know what all these Woodstock families are feeding their children, but it's all really working as we have Drew Burmeister, arguably the best defensive player they have, and also Graham Burmeister, the sophomore, who is lighting up the field from a passing perspective. Had 170 passing yards per game this season, and also 113.9 QBR, nearly the same as Colby Martin. So very evenly matched QBs. And we'll see if Burmeister can have the same luck here on his first possession.
Yeah, you also have to know that Burmeister can run too. He averages 52 yards on the ground per game. So bad case scenario for Burmeister that doesn't have any receivers. He can get out of the pocket and get some yards.
And you also have senior running back Isaiah Payton, who has 6.7 yards per carry and 6 touchdowns on the season, so maybe not as explosive stats as Rajecki, but Payton is the person they go to when they need a consistent run. And for Sequoia, we know we have a lot of very strong, fast players. Ogundele especially, we're going to be looking for him to be blitzing a lot and getting some more tackles for loss. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Burmeister in the shotgun with 4 receivers out, and he's looking on a curl route, but a stoppage of play right as the ball is thrown.
Looks like a flag is down.
False start to start off the opening possession for Woodstock. Not what you wanted if you're a Wolverine fan.
That'll set them back 5 yards and make them start with a 1st and 15 to start this game off.
So I'm realizing the scoreboard is no longer on the screen. So the time is at 11:31 if you're watching at home. And score 7-0 Sequoia. Burmeister in the shotgun again. Chiefs packed tight near the line of scrimmage. A beautiful tackle. That's Ogundele. Pardon me, that was a group of Chiefs. I believe there's a flag. It may have been a face mask on Tanner Davis, the linebacker. And he seemed pretty happy. He was celebrating until he saw that flag. Oh. I'm pretty sure I saw some declining signals. We'll see what happens.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense, number 11.
Face mask on the offense.
Second down.
And they decline it. Interesting. So, second down. And that's going to be second down and around 15.
A good move from Teeter right there. Would have gave him an automatic first down. Pretty positive. So instead of making it first and about 20 or something, you keep it 2nd and 15.
Burmeister fakes the handoff. A quick pass, and that little slant route is good for number 10, Justin Yearout, and he is across the 50. The slant route goes for about 30 yards after the catch, and Woodstock is cooking here on the first drive. And they're going the tempo right now.
Yeah, there's a quick pass, quick slant, just gets past the outside, gets around enough players to get a big play out of it, and now they're moving fast.
Burmeister fakes the handoff, and he's taking it himself. A good run for about 5. The chains weren't even set up yet. They were still getting down the field. That's how fast they went. So first down, and they're going to mark it as a gain of 4. So second down and 6. Pardon me, second down and 5. How will Sequoia respond to letting him a big play on a screen pass? That's motion from Payton, but Burmeister takes it again. He gets bounced, but not after he gets the first down. Pardon me, he does attain the first down there, so first down, Woodstock.
So there's back-to-back design QB runs there. And I'm pretty sure I said it before the drive, you will see a lot of Burmeister running tonight. Just trying to get outside of this Sequoia line.
First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. There's pressure from Ogundele. He can't get there. It's a screen play, and the tackle is almost made by Smith, but that receiver goes for an extra 3 yards there. And we have stoppage of play.
Officials timeout for injury.
The officials timeout on that one. So second down and 5. Oh, there's an injury on the far side of the field. Didn't see that one. That is Caleb Vigna, the freshman running back. Hopefully he's okay as he makes his way off the field. So Woodstock is looking pretty good, despite Sequoia having 2 big plays and scoring really quickly. This Woodstock offense does not seem frazzled. They seem locked in and playing their type of ball game.
Yeah, you saw the Sequoia defense make 2 great plays at the start of this one, and then they gave up 1 big play, and it's kind of gone a bit down the drain since then. They're going to need to try to lock in and try to figure out how to control this offense again.
Second down and 4. Got 2 receivers on the close side. Fakes the handoff again. Burmeister looking to scramble. Instead, gets stuffed, but he spins around and gains extra yardage. That is not something you see from just your average quarterback. Burmeister, as you said, Jake, is really good on his feet. And it's going to be really hard for the Chiefs to take down. And one note I had is, in Sequoia's one loss against Sprayberry, it was really speed that got them that loss, and also the inability to tackle, but kind of a combination of the two. If Sequoia wants to win this ball game, they need to finish their tackles. Just wrap them up as soon as you get there. Third down and 3, exactly where you need to finish your tackles. Handoff to Peyton, fakes it. Instead, Burmeister has the ball is out. The ball is out, and the Chiefs have it. The read option goes to chaos for Woodstock as their first possession results in a fumble in Chiefs territory. Unreal. Wow.
And just a little bit too much confidence there from Woodstock, getting a bit too comfortable in the situation they were in, doing too many quarterback runs, and there's the fumble that you see with the trouble of quarterback runs. And now Sequoia have the ball again. Still Woodstock 0, Chiefs 7, 8:58 left in the first quarter.
First down and 10 for Sequoia, looking to have that exact same explosiveness they did on their first drive. Rajecki, the ball, direct snap to Rajecki as he shifts his way through for a gain of 7. Gain of 6. I thought that ball was on the ground for a second, but it may have been a direct snap to Will Rajecki. Nonetheless, pickup of 6, second and 4 for Sequoia. Clock is at 8:30 and running. Got 2 backs there with him, Marai and Rajecki, and Ogundele is on the edge there. He's bouncing off. That's Rajecki. A beautiful truck there. Man, broke 2-3 tackles there, and that is the strength of Will Rajecki.
And again, another run from Rajecki that they just can't take him down. What, 3 broken tackles on that one?
At least. First down. Gained by Rajecki there. Ball's on the 49-yard line. And that's the thing with Rajecki. He is a big dude. Extremely strong. And that complements his speed. So once he bounces off those tackles, you know he is getting around there fast. Fakes the handoff to Rajecki. A quick slant route to Darling trying to respond. And Darling is free. Darling to the races. The 5. 2 touchdowns for Brooks Darling on the game. And we're 7 minutes in.
And Brooks Darling already putting up an insane stat line. 2 catches for over 100 yards.
Unreal.
As well as 2 touchdowns.
And my thing coming in this game is that I thought Sequoia offensively needed to get to some of their more speedy players. And Rajecki is fast out of the backfield, but as Jake, you were saying before the game, Darling is an extremely fast receiver that we have. Only a junior, but still extremely fast, can easily break away from defenders, as we saw just there for a touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 72.
Unsportsmanlike conduct,
That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
I believe, on
Number
Alex
72
Brewer,
is the first
number 72 for
unsportsmanlike
Sequoia.
That'll be enforced on the kickoff. So the Chiefs set up in their field goal attempt position, and Caleb McClure will come on to attempt the extra point.
And it's good by McClure. So another quick drive by Sequoia, 2 back-to-back strikes. And the Chiefs are up double digits early in this one, leaving Woodstock to respond.
Yeah, within 6 plays, I'm pretty sure Chiefs have scored 2 touchdowns, had 2 plays for over 50 yards.
Insane.
An incredible start to this Chiefs offense.
And we know how strong their offense is. Like, we know how strong their players are, but coming in this one, I didn't think we were going to have this big start from Sequoia, particularly against this Woodstock defense, who I know is strong.
Yeah, I mean, what we were saying before the game started was this Woodstock defense is one of the best probably in the entire region.
Yeah.
And the fact that this Chiefs offense has pretty much mitigated everything they've done, and they're already up 14-0, and there's only been 4 minutes played.
And I mean, if you're looking at Woodstock and their schedule, I think we talked about this before the game too. They don't have like any like super explosive wins like against extremely hard opponents. They did beat Creekview, which is a pretty tough win, but still, they played. I mean, more of the lower end teams in our region thus far, and mind you, they blew most of them out of the water. But still, those aren't as high caliber as we have in our region, such as like Sprayberry and River Ridge. But when the Wolverines did play River Ridge, that was their one loss, and it was by a pretty heavy margin. So
yeah, that game was 44-14.
Yeah.
But that was earlier in the season, and early season form sometimes does get the better of you.
yeah, and still, I mean, those wins, those 6 wins that Woodstock has, no matter who they're against, that's still impressive.
Yeah,
so,
they're still wins.
Yeah,
it's
coming
like
into this one, I was expecting them like more energy from the start, and they have a lot of time still. But I mean, Woodstock is on their heels.
Yeah, and also a thing to mention, Woodstock's only had 1 drive so far.
Yeah.
They got a bit comfortable with their QB runs, had a fumble. I mean, they only score about 3 points in the first quarter, but then once you get to the second one, they turn it up, and they average about 2 touchdowns. So we might see a bit more action from this Woodstock offense as we get later on into the game as they start to heat up.
That run to Payton is stuffed right at the get-go. Only a gain of 1. Clock is at 7:42. Burmeister in the shotgun once again. I've only seen 1 big play from Woodstock. I mean, on that first drive, they were moving up until that fumble, so they still have a little bit of life offensively, but they cannot fumble again. Oh, my goodness. Fakes the handoff, and oh, my gosh, Burmeister makes up a play. I was tricked. I thought Payton had the handoff back there, and I thought Ogundele got to him, or maybe that was Michael Fountain. Not sure, but
yeah, that was Michael Fountain. I saw what you saw, and I thought he was about to get sacked too.
I was like, man, Fountain is breaking through the line, but no, that was a beautiful fake by Burmeister, and we've seen a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, we saw that on their first big play of the night.
Yeah,
and there's
early
a
movement.
flag on the play.
False start.
Yeah.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, so
Still
false start on Woodstock. Their, I believe, 3rd penalty of the night, counting the face mask, which Sequoia did decline.
Yeah, their 2nd that has been accepted.
So 1st down and 15 for the Wolverines, trying to get some points on the board as we go halfway through the first quarter. Motion to the close side. That was Drew Burmeister on the tight end position, and Burmeister with a throw and gets just across the line of scrimmage. A gain of 2.
That was tight end Mikey Drix with the catch. Has got a gain of about 1 on that one. So a 2nd and 14.
Yeah, 2nd and 14. Sequoia is spreading out a little bit more. The safeties are a little bit further back than they were in the first drive. There's blitz from Ogundele. Mariah was there to get Burmeister. Instead, the QB scrambles to get a...
It's going to be harder to run as a quarterback because you're going to get more tired. Your arms are going to get tired. Eventually, fumbling is going to be a lot bigger of an issue for them. Even on the first drive, after just a few back-to-back runs from him, it just managed to slip out.
Yeah. So a little history for you. For the all-time series between these two teams, it is tied 4-4. First matchup was dating back to 2004. And the Chiefs last year won 49-14 en route to the playoffs. A pretty even all-time bout between these two teams.
Yeah, definitely Woodstock started off really great in the all-time series. And then last 3 years, the Chiefs have been dominant. And they've won by at least 3 of those last games. They won by a combined score of 133-26.
Wow.
But Woodstock has not been the greatest of teams in the past few years. So
3rd down and 10 for Woodstock. A big moment here if they want to get back into this game. In the shotgun, 3 receivers on the close side. Burmeister looking there. The southpaw passes, and it's caught, but is it enough? And it is a beautiful placed ball right to Will Furstein, and the senior held on to it. Exactly what you needed from Burmeister.
Just about an inch over the first down marker. So they'll get a 1st and 10 with 5:04 left in the quarter. As here's the handoff. And he'll move about 7 yards.
Yeah, a good solid run there from Peyton. Going to set up a 2nd down and 5. In that passing game, especially on those 3rd downs, we're going to see how valuable Burmeister is. His placement, especially as a sophomore, and accuracy is really abnormal. You would not see that excellent a play. And I haven't seen it since Colby Martin last year. Boom! Ogundele brings a steel curtain. That was to number 37, Mikey Dirks. I believe he got the 1st down, yes, right at the line, but not without major pain. 1st down and 10 as Woodstock is moving the ball very well at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's just an average tackle there from Ogundele. What a player. Has 39 tackles on the season and leads the team with tackles for losses with 11, just in front of Mariah with 10. As here's motion out of the backfield, and they'll take another QB run.
Wow, and Burmeister has plenty of room. That's the thing. Against Sprayberry, watching that game, their QB had so many opportunities to run, and I was in my mind saying, let's get a QB spy on this guy, and they were having a QB spy. It's just with speedy QBs like Burmeister, you have to set up your entire formation in almost a safety method in order to make sure Burmeister has nowhere to go. But at the same time, you know if he stays in the pocket, he is extremely dangerous. It's an extreme balancing act. As that run by Peyton goes for 2. Pardon me, for 3. 2nd down and 7 now. Clock is at 3:31 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that QB spy is definitely going to come into play eventually if Burmeister just keeps running like this. I mean, he has gotten most of the running yards and most of the runs in general for the Wolverines so far.
And he's looking on that wheel route over the hands Benji Smith on the coverage. Great job, and that was intended to Dirks on a route up the sideline, but great coverage by the junior.
Yeah, and there's great job by the Sequoia secondary on the, I think, third pass of the night. Just making sure it's not catchable. And instead of a 3rd and 8 now for the Wolverines inside field goal territory.
Another chance for the Chiefs to stop them mid-drive. Can they do it? There's music playing there for a second, so that was, I think well, the play clock is rolling down, and they're getting off just in time. Burmeister launching on a corner route. It's their coverage. Beautiful coverage by Carson Berry. Unreal. Got a hand perfectly in there. Great job by the safety, and that's going to force a 4th down.
Yeah, beautiful job there. Again, great job from the secondary, preventing the pass from even getting to the receiver. And it's going to bring on the field goal unit for the Wolverines, looking to score their first points of the game.
That's number 44, Tyler Howard.
So a 35-yard field goal attempt.
So with 3:05 left. Oh, it's blocked! And they're looking for it. And that was a beautiful block, I believe, by Ian Mariah. Goes right into the hands of Graham Burmeister, but he has nowhere to go. And the Chiefs are keeping the Wolverines scoreless through 3 drives. Not an easy task, but they're doing it with ease.
And what a job from Mariah just to get over the line, make the block, and now you get the ball back again without giving up.
One of our many receivers, you never know. Exactly as you said, a plethora out there. So 2nd down. They're yet to move the marker here.
There's a flag on the play, and that's what's taking this one a second. So
offense, number 13.
So a block in the
10
back.
yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
So it's going to set the Chiefs 4 yards behind the original line of scrimmage and set up a 2nd and 14 now with 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
So what will Jack Mine draw up here? Just trying to gain some yards back and keep their offensive momentum. Handoff to Rajecki. Pardon me, a double handoff, and Mariah has plenty of space. Ian Mariah almost escapes, but gets dragged down just inside the 40. A beautifully drawn up play.
And I'm pretty sure Mariah just dragged that guy for about 20 yards right there.
Honestly, I was expecting Mariah kind of stiff arm him, you know, so dragging for 5 yards.
I was expecting some Derrick Henry.
Yeah, exactly.
A little stiff arm, see you later, take it to the house. Something casual like that.
But still, you know, carrying a guy and another football player for almost 5 to 10 yards, essentially in your arms, is a statement. 1st and 10. That's to Darling on a little screen play, but he gets caught at the ankles. Beautiful tackle right there by Rylan Hubbard, the Wolverines' outstanding cornerback in coverage.
Yeah, and back to Mariah. He only has 31 attempts on the season, but he averages 7.3 yards per carry. Just an incredible fullback / running back. I don't even know what you should classify him as. He can do it all. That's going to be 2nd and 11 now with 1:09 left in the first quarter. Chiefs are up 14-0 on their 3rd drive of the night.
Yeah, so clock goes under a minute. You have 2 receivers on the close side. The handoff is to Ogundele, and he is spinning through tackles. And it's a gain of 4, setting up a much more manageable 3rd down.
Great job from Ogundele there, getting about 2 yards after contact right there. Another great thing Ogundele can do is he can just get yards even if he's got a couple bodies on top of him.
And we should see Martin go through the air here. I'll be looking out for a screen play maybe to Presblick on the close side of the field. In the shotgun, clock is at 15 and running, and he's looking that way. He's looking long. That one over the head, I believe, of Jack Ripley. incomplete, so it's going to be a 4th down from the 35. What will they do here?
They are just in Caleb McClure field goal
just on the
range.
edge.
I think this is the point where if you punt it, you just risk a touchback, but if you kick it, you miss giving the ball back up, so you might as well go for it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, as a 4th and 7 now for the Chiefs with 9 seconds left in the first quarter.
A risky call. 4th down and 8. Chiefs have the lead. Can they keep this drive alive? There's nowhere for him to go, and he's sacked. The ball is out. I thought he was down, but Woodstock may have recovered and gained up an extra 3 yards there just as the quarter expires. I guess the call, they're still deciding out there, but at the end of the first, a pretty dominant quarter by Sequoia. They're still deciding about the fumble, but 14-0 is your score as Sequoia really opened it up really strong there. 2 back-to-back explosive passes to Brooke Starling, and Woodstock a fumble ball and a blocked kick. So a lot to fix offensively, but still, they're still in this ball game.
Yeah, I think Woodstock's offense is definitely going to need to do something. They get the ball back.
Vigna.
And just dropped there. Would have been a 1st down for the Wolverines. For Caleb Vigna, but going to set up a 2nd and 10 from the line of scrimmage.
And the Chiefs secondary has played really well besides that one big slant route they gave to Year out on the first drive.
Yeah, the man-to-man coverage tonight has been incredible besides that one play.
They're putting pressure on him. And there's a catch. That one, I believe, is to Vigna as well, and he catches that one for a 1st down. So a little redemption play for the freshman. 1st down for the Wolverines as they move into Chiefs territory with 11:44 left in the quarter.
Yeah, and even despite that catch, we've seen a great adjustment since that first catch. 4 Chiefs instantly on top of him as he makes the catch, as the refs are calling this play dead.
And we have a timeout
for the Chiefs.
Sequoia.
Their second of the quarter, or sorry, second of the half, and they have 1 left. 11:34 on the clock. Chiefs are up 14-0.
Yeah, they were playing pretty soft that play. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, you have to play soft when you know these receivers are that talented and Burmeister has that good of an arm. So as I was saying earlier, it's a very difficult tightrope to balance on judging whether or not Burmeister has enough room to run, enough enough pressure that you can get to Burmeister. Coach Buddy, the defensive coordinator, is taking on an extremely hard challenge by facing the Wolverines, but they're doing very well tonight.
Yeah, so far he's done an incredible job keeping them to 0. And just crossing in over to Sequoia's territory for the 2nd time tonight.
So 1st down and 10. Ball's on Sequoia's 47-yard line. Got 4 receivers out for Burmeister. Fakes the handoff. And right there is a Chief for tackling, and that's Benji Smith. And he is having a great game thus far tonight. Oh, pardon me, that was Seth Pettit, I believe. Oh, no, I was right, Benji Smith. Thank you, the PA announcer.
And if he was just on the other side of that receiver right there, that would have been an interception and probably could have been taken back for a good amount of yards.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that's going to set up a 2nd and 10 again.
Got 4 receivers out once again. That's Vigna on motion. And Burmeister keeps it. He has space. Tripped up, but not after a gain of 7, setting up a 3rd down and 3. And that's the danger of Burmeister as a runner. As you saw, he can easily, he was looking to pass the whole way up until the line of scrimmage. He never declines an option. That's what makes him so dangerous. You never know what he's going to do. 3rd down and 3. 4 receivers out yet again for the QB. Pressure is coming, and the ball is tipped. Amazing job. That one by Jake Pertils, the linebacker, coming in and swatting that one away. Ball's at the 40, 4th and 3. Will Woodstock go for this?
Yeah, also, again, in this territory where you might just be outside of your kicking range, but also punting it might not be the greatest of moves. So they're going to look to keep their offense out as it's 4th and short. With 10:16 left in the quarter, here is 4th and 3.
Trips on the close side. That's Peyton going out to be a 5th receiver. They're putting all money on the receiving game. But watch out for Burmeister scramble. There's pressure right there. Oh, we have some whistles. Man, Ogundele was there.
False start. Offense.
And it's a false start on Woodstock. Unreal. Giving up a massive 4th down attempt there. And they're going to send on the punting unit.
And if that wasn't a false start and 2 was thrown just a millisecond later, Ogundele would have been all over that and gotten the first sack of the night. So here's the Chiefs with a 2 punt returner formation here.
There's the punt. 4th.
Fair caught by Darling as 10:07, and the Chiefs will come back out for the 3rd time tonight.
And we'll see how they can recover after that failed 4th down conversion last time, ending in a fumble. They had a good amount of offensive momentum those first 2 plays, but really propelled by those 2 Brooks Darling long catches. So we'll see how their offense can sustain itself play by play here. Maybe get some more run action in there with Will Rajecki. And Rajecki, I believe, is alone in the backfield. Pardon me, that's Colby Martin. And he's taking a design QB run. We don't see that too often.
Yeah, and you saw what the attempt was there. You had Rajecki running over to the complete other sideline, trying to just draw a few defenders out of the way. But didn't work as they intended, and going to set up 2nd and 10 again.
And 9:41 left in the second quarter. Got Darling and I believe Ripley on the close side looking to receive, as the Chiefs are not in any rush here. He fakes the handoff. Martin is looking for space. Cross body pass almost intercepted by the Wolverines there. Trace Washington almost had a pick, as that was a little bit of a dangerous throw by Martin, kind of cross body.
Yeah, it was intended for Maddox Waller. Was very dangerous pass, cross body, and almost looked like it was triple coverage right there. I mean, even if one Woodstock Wolverine didn't get his hands on it, it would have fallen right to another one.
Yeah, and you don't see that very often with Colby Martin. I mean, he has a very great IQ of the game. He doesn't force passes, nearly as often as other QBs in the region in the league. And we'll see him right here again. A pass kind of launched there.
I think that was tipped.
Yeah, I believe that was tipped.
And
so failed 3rd down conversion, and 3 and out for Sequoia, their first one of the night. Not too much offensive momentum in sight for the Chiefs, and this gives Woodstock a prime opportunity to get right back in this ball game and get within a score, as the Chiefs' offense is kind of stalling.
Yeah, here you're going to need a good punt from Caleb McClure. We know how good of a punter he is. As you can see, the Wolverines are lining up at around the 50-yard line. And if it does get to them, it'll be a 50-yard punt from McClure.
A lower punt by McClure, gets just to the 49, but the tackle is right there. Great job by the punt team. I believe that was Ogundele. Great job by the senior.
So 9:04 on the clock. Woodstock get the ball back after punting it last time. And now they're gonna need a touchdown here, trying to get back into this one, as their defense has managed to stop Sequoia on back-to-back drives for the first time tonight.
So Burmeister back there again, trying to lead a scoring drive here. First down and 10. Got only 2 receivers out. There's blitz is coming, but Payton is going to find a lane on the outside. A second chance there, and he gets a first down. Bounces off the first tackle in the first gap, and he gets enough yards, I believe 12 for the first down.
And it's almost as if they tackled the wrong player. I saw Drew Burmeister get tackled, and then just another explosive run right after that.
So first down and 10 after the big play. Another handoff to Payton, but he slips on that turf.
Just can't get enough grip into the ground, trying to make some quick moves, and falls over, and it's going to stay 2nd and 10. 8:33 on the clock as the clock stays running. The Wolverines are going to need something big here.
And they're looking for it. They have 4 receivers out. Both Burmeisters on the field. Handoff to Payton, and he breaks 1 tackle, takes 2 people to bring him down. A great run by the senior makes it a 3rd down and much more manageable, 3.
Yeah, a lot more manageable 3rd down. Now you can either run the ball or pass it. And again, still, even if they do not make it on this 3rd down, they're still in that territory where you're just out of your field goal range and too close to punt.
Yeah, very similar position to last drive. As Burmeister tries to get around, but that Chiefs defensive front 7 is right there. And I believe that was Michael Fountain, the junior, getting there in just enough time to get Burmeister for a loss. So another critical decision, 4th and 4 for Woodstock. How will they play this one?
Yeah, it would be around a 40-yard field goal, which they're going to say is too long for them. They're not going to punt it, so they will go for it again on 4th down.
Here we go. 4 receivers out once again. Burmeister with the snap. And there's pressure coming. Tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. The 3rd failed 4th down conversion of the night for both squads as they're playing risky all around. And that results in another empty drive by Woodstock.
And Woodstock might have a unicorn here. They fumbled, have a blocked field goal attempt, a punt, and a 4th down turnover. I think all they're missing is an interception at this point.
And I'm sorry to do this to you, Mr. Driver, but I'm going to have to head down for the homecoming court, so I will be back.
Go enjoy your moments.
I will be back for the second half, but I hope you have a great rest of the first half. Let me know how it goes.
Yep, good luck, Max Swain. Have a good one. So here's a quick pass to the sideline as the screen goes out of bounds there, and a Sequoia player gets shoved over a bench. I don't know what's happening over there, but Sequoia player got shoved over the bench. Nothing's going to be called, though, so 2nd and 4 here for the Chiefs. Verchecki in the backfield. And they'll wait on the snap. Martin calling audible. 6:45 on the clock. And here's Martin. Quick screen pass to the far side. Here's Brooks Starling trying to get some movement. Breaks 2 tackles, and he's still going. Gets tackled finally after 20 yards. And Brooks Starling with another great play. 3 catches on the night. Over 100 yards. As Brooks Starling brings the Chiefs over into Woodstock territory. .6:25 on the clock, 14-0 Chiefs Wolverines. At the 49-yard line. A lot of motion on the line. Here's the snap, quickly handed off, but a flag before the play can get started.
False start. Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And it's going to be a false start on Colton Bass, as it will set the Chiefs back 5 yards into their own territory. So, and our scoreboard is back on the stream, as you can see, 14-0. The timer is not working though, so I will keep you updated with the time. 6 minutes exactly left in the half. After the penalty, here is the play. That was the Chiefs' first penalty of the night. Fake handoff. Martin looking deep, open down the field to Prisblick, and it's not enough, just over his head. And a very, very deep incomplete pass, and it's going to set up 2nd and 15 for the Chiefs. Just too much power on that one, and Prisblick is not able to bring it in. Beautiful job there from Martin to fake the handoff and just get open in the backfield. There was nobody around Prisblick, just missed the pass on that one. So again, 2nd and 15 here. Going to send 3 receivers out to the far side. Here's a snap, quickly screen to Mariah. Mariah's going to try to get some yardage, will only get about 3. And it's going to set up 3rd and 12. So the Chiefs are going to need a big play here to keep their drive alive. And maybe we'll see a big play from Brooks Darlin again, or another quick screen pass with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the quarter. Again, triple stack on the close side. Here's the snap, looking for a pass option. Martin on the run, gives it over quickly to Rajecki, and he's got space. He gets the first down and more, still going. Finally, doesn't get tackled, he's still going, and he makes it to the 10-yard line. Great job there from Will Rajecki to break multiple tackles. Almost 5 broken tackles on that run. Beautiful job there from Rajecki as he pushes the Chiefs into the red zone on a 3rd and long. Exactly what they needed on that play. Inside the red zone now, the Chiefs are looking for their 3rd unanswered score. Here's the snap, quickly handed off to Rajecki as he's trying to make his way to the end zone. Breaks a few tackles and going to be called short inside the 1-yard line. So it will set up a 2nd and inches for the Chiefs. 4:10 left in the quarter, as another great play from Will Rajecki gets the Chiefs within 1. Here's the snap, hands it off to Ogundele as he pushes his way into the end zone, and the Chiefs score their 3rd unanswered touchdown of the night, and that one is Ogundele. And Ogundele raises the score to 20-0 Sequoia Chiefs. And this is not exactly what the Wolverines had in mind when they came into this game. And I don't honestly think anyone had this in mind coming into this one, as this has been completely unexpected, as the Chiefs are going to move back into extra point form, and Caleb McClure comes on to try to make it 21-0 Chiefs. And the kick is good. McClure stays perfect on extra points for the season, making 11 so far. So the Chiefs take a 21-0 lead with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the quarter. And what a drive right there, getting out of a really dangerous spot, 3rd and long, having a great play to Rajecki, 50 yards in receiving for him on that one play, breaking 5+ tackles and getting through to the red zone. Ogundele finishing the job off. So now the Wolverines offense is going to come back onto the field, and Burmeister is going to need to come up with something big before the half if he wants to try to keep the Woodstock Wolverines in this game. McClure lining up for the kickoff. His third kickoff of the night, as the Chiefs receive the ball to start the half. They will kick off to start the second half. And a beautiful kick there from McClure as it goes out for a touchback. And it will start the Wolverines at the 20 as they need a big drive to try to at least get one score back before the half ends. And Grant Burmeister is really going to need to find either some of his receivers or try to make something of his own. Just try to find something to ignite a spark in this offense that has really showed only a little bit of light so far tonight. Really early with that one long 50-yard passing play, and then a few run plays from him, but that's been pretty much it. The Sequoia Deeps defense has been locked up, as here's a great run to the outside, keeps going, gets it to the 40, a 20-yard run play from Isaiah Payton, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Wolverines fan. Having a big play like that, try to get yourselves back into this one. Isaiah Payton with 103 yards per game, 726 yards so far on the season. A great running back for the Wolverines, as it gives them a dual option with Burmeister. Here's the snap. Quick pass to the sideline. Was caught by Justin Yearout, but a flag on the play.
False start. Offense number 1. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it gives them a false start, their second penalty of the quarter, their 5th of the night, and it's going to set them back 5 yards to bring up 1st and 15 with 3:43 left on the clock. Woodstock still looking for their first scoring drive of the night. They had a great run there by Isaiah Payton, getting 20 yards, 5 negated off that penalty, as he is instantly stuffed on the line for no gain, as the clock will keep running. 2nd and 15. And the back-to-back run plays don't work in the favor of Woodstock, as they might try to make another passing play. They did just have a 10-yard passing play, but was called back on that false start. It would have given them the first down and close to crossing into Chiefs territory. Here's the snap from Burmeister, trying to find a passing option. Gets out of the way of 2 sacks. Burmeister's going to take this one on his own. Going to spin out of a tackle, and he's still up. Finally gets taken down after 20 yards. Beautiful run there from Burmeister, getting through 3 Chiefs linemen and then spin moving out of another 2. Gets a gain of 20, crosses into Chiefs territory, and it's 1st and 10 from the Chiefs 45. Burmeister calls a man in motion, fakes the handoff, looks deep, tries to get it over his head, and it's going to be called incomplete. Can't make the catch there. Pass was intended to Luke Silliman. but the pass was dropped on the outside. So going to set up a 2nd and 10 from the 45. As Drew Burmeister looks to make another big play like he just did. 2 minutes 42 left in the quarter and in the half. Looking deep again. Mariah just get out of the sack and almost held on by a year out again, but dropped at the last second and going to be called incomplete again, and 3rd and 10. And Mariah was really close to getting a sack on that one. Again, just a few seconds left on that drop back, and that would have been a sack for 7. The refs are going to stop the play, and I don't know what's happening.
Please put 2 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock. 2:28.
They're going to reset the clock to 2:28, as it was at 2:29. It was not a timeout, as what the Chiefs players thought. So players will go back out. 3rd and 10, 2:28 on the clock. The Chiefs looking to keep the Woodstock Wolverines scoreless going into halftime. Meister drops back, looking deep over and just over the head of tight end Mikey Dreeks, as it's going to set up 4th and 10, and the punt team will head out. So the Wolverines are forced to punt for the 2nd time tonight. And the Chiefs will have 2 minutes and 23 seconds to maybe score another touchdown and try to extend the lead 28-0, which would be crazy, as pregame, me and Max were talking about very high offense, both really good defenses, and none of that has really happened tonight, as the Woodstock defense has not been up to the standards that they have been in past games. Giving up 102 in the season, average 15 coming into tonight, and the Chiefs already have that not even a half into the game. So Kobe Martin will lead the Chiefs back out for their 6th drive of the night. 2 minutes and 15 on the clock. As double fake handoff there ends up with Rajecki, but going to be a tackle down at the line of scrimmage, so gain of nothing, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Gets it back to the sticks. Be 2nd down and 10 for the Chiefs.
Clock still running with 1:50 now on the clock, 21-0 still. Chiefs 2nd and 10. As they're going to send 2 receivers to the far side, and Mariah at tight end fakes the handoff, looks back over to Rajecki. Rajecki has space to move, shoves the defender down right in front of him. Beautiful job there from Rajecki, and gets a 30-yard gain, setting the Chiefs up at about the 40-yard line, and 1:25 on the clock. The Chiefs are trying to move quickly, as they only have 1 timeout left. So here's a handoff to Rajecki, and he's going to get stopped after gaining 1. Clock still running. 1:13 still ticking. And the Chiefs don't need to go all the way to the end zone. They can still, if they get to about the 40 or 30, Caleb McClure has enough leg to just get 3 points to close out the quarter and hit a time expiring field goal, as Martin's going to look deep on this one and just short again. That one was intended for Darling. But now 51 seconds left. That will stop the clock. So 3rd and 8 for the Chiefs offense. Coming off of a scoring drive from Taiwo Agundale after another 50-yard play from Rajecki. Wolverines looking to stop them for the 3rd time tonight if they do force this turnover. And hand it off quickly to Rajecki, and he will get stopped instantly. So gain about 1, and it's going to set up 4th and 5. And with 30 seconds on the play clock, 32 seconds on the normal clock, the Chiefs will be able to run this out as much as they can, call their final timeout, punt the ball, and end the half. A little score update. Creekview's beating Pope 20-0. River Ridge is losing to Sprayberry 14-10. Cherokee is down 7-0 against Walton. So some good region matchups, especially River Ridge losing to Sprayberry right now. The Chiefs take on River Ridge at home next week, as that game was moved due to the hurricane that postponed last week's game, which creates a 2-game homestand, the only 2-game homestand of the season. And that 2-game homestand will be the only that the Chiefs will have for the entire season, as they keep going home and away, home and away. So with that, good score update. The Chiefs, 5 seconds on the clock left in this quarter, and they will look to go up 21-0 to end the half. And it has been a great half for the Chiefs. There hasn't been much bad that has gone wrong for them, besides a few plays that they might have should have been able to get a scoring drive out of. Their defense has been perfect. Haven't let up a single score, blocked field goal, fumble. They almost have every single possible of a turnover that you can get besides an interception, and we've only played one half of football. So, looks like Woodstock is back out on the field, and the Chiefs will bring out back in a second, as Caleb McClure will go out to punt with 5 seconds left on the clock. Or sorry, Caleb McClure won't come out to punt, and they'll play one last play. And now a timeout is called by the Wolverines.
Timeout.
So another
Woodstock.
timeout,
Their second of half.
this time by the Wolverines. So again, 21-0. The Chiefs go into halftime, assuming no touchdown on this play. We'll go into halftime with this lead. And the Chiefs have played this game, as I said, pretty much perfectly. Nothing much to really take away besides that one fumble on 4th down. They turned over the ball. Their defense has been perfect. Their offense has been nearly perfect. Only having one flag on the night. Woodstock has 5 total flags, as the rest will change the ball. Not something you see much. So it looks like Will Rajecki will come out for this punt. Riley O'Neal, the long snapper. Beautiful snap there, and here's the punt from Rajecki, as he'll hit it towards the sideline. And it goes out of bounds as the clock expires. So that will be the end of the first half for the Chiefs. Chiefs are up 21-0 going into halftime. And what a start for the Chiefs that they've had. I mean, there's literally nothing to have gone wrong. Their defense has been perfect. Their offense has been perfect. Just an incredible way to start this game against a 6-1 Woodstock team that had high expectations coming into this one. But we will be back for the second half action in about 15 minutes, and Max Swain will be back when we return. Be back in 15.
So is football. There it of the game, every minute, every second. We fight for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Something's coming. Something's coming. Let the games begin. I was born for this. From day one, I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. I was born for this. From day one, I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Let the games begin.
Gretchen is the daughter of Mandy and Kevin Love, and Jacob is the son of Allison and Joseph Rajecki. Representing the sophomore class, Morgan Camerlingo and Max Martineau. Morgan is the daughter of Samantha Camerlingo and Guy Camerlingo. Max is the son of Dana Martineau and Scott Martineau. Morgan is escorted tonight by her father, Guy Camerlingo. Dahl Roth and Adrian Perez Arceniegas. Dahl is the daughter of Eric and Jency Roth, and Adrian is the son of Hallie Perez Abril and Lena Arceniegas Patch. Lily Ward and Blaine Zabindin. Lily is the daughter of Anna and Kevin Ward, and Blaine is the son of Casey and Drew Zabindin. Representing the junior class, Braylee Bryant and Nicholas Steiner. Braylee is the daughter of Rodney Bryant and Angela Presley. Nicholas is the son of Donna and Steve Steiner. Layla Figueroa and Joshua Bearden. Layla is the daughter of Jamie and Matthew Lawrence, and Joshua is the son of Mary Beth Bearden. Layla Rowe and Asher Bennett. Layla is the daughter of Shane and Christy Rowe, and Asher is the son of Joseph and Becky Bennett. Olivia Shaw and Kobe Martin. Olivia is the daughter of Fran and Thad Shaw, and Colby is the son of Sherry and Kevin Martin. Olivia is escorted tonight by her father, Thad Shaw. And representing our senior class, Milani Abdus-Salam and Hunter Scoggins. Milani is the daughter of Khalid Abdus-Salam Jr. and Tracy Roddy. Hunter is the son of Louise and Matt Scoggins. Melania is escorted tonight by her father, Khalid Abdus Salam Jr. Lainey Blaze and Evan Cameron-Lingo. Lainey is the daughter of Larry and Tori Blaze, and Evan is the son of Samantha Cameron-Lingo and Guy Cameron-Lingo. Brooklyn Buddy and Paul Presbillette. Brooklyn is the daughter of Brett Buddy and Andrea Buddy. Paul is the son of Eric and Paige Presbillette. Brooklyn is escorted tonight by her brother, Ryan Buddy. Sophia Castillo and Max Aaron. Sophia is the daughter of Deborah Castillo and Roberto Castillo. Max is the son of Molly and Russ Aaron. Ava Gill and Adam Boyson. Ava is the daughter of Tara and Peter Gill, and Adam is the son of Michael and Karen Boyson. Olivia Guerrero and Max Swain. Olivia is the daughter of Linda and Kevin Guerrero, and Max is the son of Jenny and Roger Swain. Elizabeth Hebert and Gavin Freeman. Elizabeth is the daughter of Daniel Hebert and Marina Walter, and Gavin is the son of Bernard and Rhonda Freeman. Lily Hudson and Griffin Collier. Lily is the daughter of Jeff and Katie Hudson, and Griffin is the son of Patricia Collier and Brian Collier. Lily is escorted tonight by her father, Jeff Hudson. Brooklyn Moore and Spencer Geist. Brooklyn is the daughter of Brett and Lynn Moore, and Spencer is the son of Jen and Michael Moore. Brooklyn is escorted tonight by her father, Brett Moore. Gabriella Keelis and Justin Clark. Gabriella is the daughter of Kevin and Kristen Keelis, and Justin is the son of Marcus and Inga Clark. Lillian Zinchuk and Carter Legatti. Lillian is the daughter of Michael and Renee Zinchuk. Carter is the son of Mike and Sharon Legatti. Lillian is escorted tonight by her father, Michael Zinchuk. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome last year's homecoming queen and king, Brooke Reagan and Colin Campbell. Brooke is currently attending the University of South Florida, majoring in entrepreneurship. Colin is currently attending the University of Alabama, majoring in civil engineering. Your homecoming 2024 homecoming king is Adam Boyson. Your homecoming queen, Melania Abdus Salam. Congratulations to our new homecoming king, Adam Boyson, and our homecoming queen, Alani Abdus-Salam.
Welcome back, everyone, to the broadcast here. My name is Max Swain. I'm joined by Jake Gyra, and I am back after that homecoming court presentation. In case you missed it, congrats to our homecoming king and queen, Adam Boyson and Melania Abdus-Salam. Congrats to them, too. Anyways, back to the game at hand. Sequoia really had a dominant first quarter. I mean, they had a lot of offensive production, kind of slowed near the end there. But, Jake, for people, like me, who weren't there for the majority of that second quarter, what went down near the end there?
There's a lot of just trying to play safe. Don't do anything stupid, and just try to see out the half. And we saw 2 punts, we saw turnovers, no scores, and a lot of just trying to play safe, see out the quarter, and take it from there. And especially from a Woodstock perspective, that's exactly what you wanted, as you're down 21-0, and you really need to find a way to get back into this game.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes now here as the kickoff is about to get started back on the field. So 12 minutes on the clock. Chiefs have a 3-score lead, but never count the Wolverines out, as they will receive the ball to start off this half.
So going to be a touchback to start off the quarter, as the Wolverines start off with the ball.
So yeah, first down and 10. We'll see Burmeister again here. And we'll see if Woodstock can utilize Peyton more in the backfield, as they're doing around midway through that half. And it was working pretty effectively. Let's see if they can have an offensive spark on the opening possession of the half. Motion to the far side. Handoff to Peyton, and he has an outside lane, and he is finding space enough for the first down and more, pushed out after almost 20 yards on the ground there. Great opening play for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and there's another big play from Isaiah Payton. We saw that exact kind of play right after you left. Big 20-yard play there from Isaiah Payton, putting the Wolverines at around the 40, 1st and 10 after their first play.
Quick pass, has a screen play on the side, and it's working perfectly. That is Will Furstein. I believe only a second catch of the game, but it's for a great gain and moves to another first down. 2 first down plays in a row for Woodstock to start off the second half, and they are looking pretty hot.
Yeah, and this is exactly, as a Wolverines fan, what you want to see. A good start coming out of halftime. This is what they've needed, and this is going to get them back into this game.
Another handoff to Peyton, and he has another outside lane. Man, either Sequoia is looking a little bit slower to start the second half, or Woodstock is just coming out with a fire within them, and they're looking to easily get back in this one.
Yeah, and I think it's a combination of both confidence from Sequoia getting a bit too settled in. We saw exactly what happened, I think, on the first drive for the Wolverines, where they had that fumble after a few QB runs where they started feeling confident, and just a little urge to come back here for the Wolverines.
And he's right there. That was the pressure. But that one was, I believe, Tanner Davis, my bad. That's going to force an incompletion on that first down play.
Be the first incompletion of the half. Took 37 seconds for it to happen for the Wolverines.
Second down and 10. Clock is at 11:23. Chiefs only have 4 on the line. A handoff to Peyton, and he's out on the outside once again and gets between defenders, and he has a lane to the end zone instead. Tackled right inside, just outside the 5, pardon me. There is a flag back around the line to gain. Not sure what that could be.
Maybe a holding on a line member. It is on the Wolverines, though. I'm pretty positive.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay second out.
So that's going to be very detrimental to the Wolverines, as they had a lot of momentum on this drive. That's going to take away a big gain right there.
So yeah, legal block in the back. And that takes out that another long run from Isaiah Payton, who has pretty much been the focal point of this drive for the Wolverines, gaining pretty much all of their yardage. So now a 2nd and 12, looking to gain back some yard they just lost.
And he's got 4 receivers out there, definitely looking to pass motion from the close side. Instead, hands off, and he fakes the handoff, and he's looking long. Wide open is Dirks, and he's open for the touchdown. Woodstock comes out of the locker room on fire, and they get their first score of the game. It is not over.
And a great job from the Wolverines to come out of halftime, guns a-blazing, figure out what you're doing wrong, and perfect it. I mean, great job from there to balance the run game and the pass game, focusing, pretty much we saw 2 great run plays from Isaiah Payton on that far side, and then just flip the script and send a double fake handoff to the other side and get an easy walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the impact of that receiver motion that it seems like Devine is really valuing in his playbook. As, I mean, it easily got a miscommunication in that Sequoia secondary and found a perfect, almost wheel route right to the corner. So 21-7, yes, the extra point was made. Only down by 14 are the Wolverines, as they're definitely in this ball game.
Yeah,
and Sequoia has to respond.
Yeah, great start from the Wolverines to get into the half. Was the first drive of the half, though. So Chiefs will get an opportunity to respond to keep it at a 3-score game. But Wolverines defense has to wake up now. If we see the exact same thing that has just happened to this offense, hopefully the Wolverines defense can wake up and finally figure out how to stop whatever the Chiefs are doing tonight.
Yeah, and if you're the Chiefs, I personally wouldn't go for any long plays. I know they have at least 2 of their scores on long Brooks Darling passes. However, I mean, you have a 14-point lead. You know Woodstock just came out of the gate really hot, so I would take your time. I would not have to go for a touchdown. I would settle for a field goal if you're in McClure's range, and I would even stretch that range a little bit farther. I would play conservative in this situation.
Yeah, and I would also say that some of their big plays tonight have come from just quick screen passes, that there have been a few blocks and a few good movements, say from Mike Rajecki, to extend the play longer, get a couple extra 10 yards or something, and just extend those plays that are meant to be 5-10 yard gains into 20 to 30 yards, which is one of the reasons why the Chiefs are up big right now.
And that was a kickoff out of bounds, so that's going to be beneficial to the Chiefs.
So we'll start them off at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 from the 35. Clock is at 11:07, and we got 3 receivers on the close side of the field, as they're all going to be blocking for Rajecki. Can he get out there? A little stutter step, and he's going the other way on a counter. Only gets about, they're going to mark him at 3. So 2nd down and 7.
Still a great job there to get at least some yardage, as the ref is calling.
I believe that is Ian Mariah trying to tie a shoe right now. Very valuable. Maybe number.
Very valuable shoe to be tied as
yes,
well.
Yes. Oh, and there was a flag, but I think it was picked up. Oh, pardon me, they're calling it.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, results 1st down.
Another big penalty by Woodstock. It's going to give a big boost to the Sequoia drive, putting them across the 50 to the 47-yard line of Woodstock.
And not to act like I knew anything, but I did kind of see him get dragged down by his face mask, and I'm honestly surprised that no other Chiefs were kind of surprised by that or telling the refs something about it.
Yeah.
Because there was 3 or so Chiefs there, as a massive hit to
Yeah, that
Jackie,
was,
who wasn't even have the ball.
Yeah, it was a little fake handoff, and Trace Washington and Rajecki got a little physical there as Washington's helmet came off, but that quarterback keeper went for about 5 yards, and it's going to be, 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now from the 43. We've seen a decent amount of plays targeting Martin's legs, which we don't necessarily see that often, but I think they're trying to match how mobile Burmeister is being from the pocket tonight. 2nd and 6. Motion. Mariah's going to take the handoff. Kidding. It's going to be Martin, another keeper, for a gain of 3. So 3rd down and 3 now. A critical 3rd down. Sequoia is trying to respond after Woodstock's big straight out of halftime performance.
Yeah, completely different approach than last week. I mean, against Lassiter, Colby Martin only attempted 4 rushes and 3 yards. Tonight he has well over exceeded 3 yards and exceeded 4 rushing attempts.
Definitely. So 3rd down, and they're marking it 4. Got 3 receivers on the far side once again. And he's instead going to hand it off to Rajecki, and he's going to get more than enough. Rajecki bringing along 3+ Wolverines with him. Rajecki is, I thought it was a little bit banged up, but gets right back up.
So 9:51 left in the 3rd quarter. Chiefs are slowly marching down the field. And as you said, that no need for the big plays. We'll just kind of take our time here, make our way slowly down the field, try to take as much time out of this game as possible, as you never know when Woodstock will wake up.
Yeah, very glad to see Teeter and his coordinators calling this kind of game, because they have the lead and they need to stop Woodstock's momentum, and doing them small but detrimental plays is very effective. And Martin, a great decision there just to throw it away at the feet of Mariah, as there was pressure everywhere. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Great example of Martin's high quarterback IQ, just throwing the ball, not trying to risk any damage outside of the block, so no intentional grounding. So 9:20 now on the clock. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Still no need to really rush.
But they definitely need a positive play here. And they've got only 1 receiver out. That's Jack Ripley. He's getting a lot of reps tonight. And they could easily be taking advantage of his size out there. But we have a whistle as a flag from the back judge.
Delay of game. Offense.
Wow, delay of game.
5-yard penalty.
Not too often we see that from Sequoia. That's going to be not too helpful for this drive, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 15 now.
Yeah, it's also not something we've really seen tonight. Only their 2nd penalty of the game. Only other one coming in the 2nd quarter.
So now we see 2 receivers out, and Darling in the slot. Handoff, this one to Rajecki, and he has a lane, but gets banged up out of bounds. He gets stared down by a Wolverine there. Number 33, Murphy Burke. Trying to intimidate Rajecki there. Nonetheless, a big gain there, making a much more manageable 3rd down. Going to be a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and then again, there's those intended, not necessarily supposed to be long plays, but turned into a gain of +10 there from Rajecki.
Yep.
Beautiful job there. Gets it a much more manageable 3rd down.
And they have 3 receivers out on 3rd. Looking like they're going to blitz. There's some pressure coming. And crossfield, it's Brooks Darling. Darling, 3rd touchdown of the game. And Sequoia regains momentum in this smackdown of high caliber teams. Up by 3 scores once again.
And Brooks Darling gets his hat trick. 3 touchdowns on the night with only about 5 receptions. He's putting up crazy, almost like that one Randy Moss game where 4 touchdowns, 4 receptions. That's what Brooks Darling's doing tonight.
And to me, Darling almost reminds me of like a mix maybe Devontae Smith more in his length, especially. But honestly, his speed reminds me of Michael Thomas of the Saints, especially on those slant routes. He can get away if you give him just an inch of space.
I mean, yeah, we just saw it on that one. There was nobody around him, and they were playing man-man coverage on that one.
And the extra point is good by McClure. So I believe he's still perfect on the season for extra points. And it's going to be a 3-touchdown lead for Sequoia. And they may have been a little fast still, but they drained a good 3 minutes off that clock. Exactly how they wanted to play it. I mean, you even saw that with a delay of game. That was their strategy. They got a little bit too close there. They were perfectly managing the clock as well as they could there.
And also, they did score.
Exactly.
So Woodstock still needs to score 3 to tie it up. They got to stop them 3 times and score 3 times, which is already hard enough against a very strong Chiefs defense and probably the best we've seen this Chiefs offense in a while.
Definitely.
So McClure to kick it off again.
I mean, on that last drive for Woodstock, if I were Coach Devine, I would definitely keep going to Peyton because Peyton had a lot of good outside runs. I mean, they're not out of this game. They still have a whole quarter left and 8 minutes in this one.
Yeah,
so Woodstock cannot get down themselves.
Yeah, we've also seen that their defense can live up to what they have done this season. I mean, they had, even though it was 4th down, they had that one forced fumble and got the ball back there. Wouldn't have mattered either way. It was going to be a turnover on 4th down, but they can make these defensive plays that they're going to need if they want to make a comeback in this one.
And a slip up there on that return. Got trapped. That was number 11, Isaiah Payton. Going to have a 1st and 10 around the 18. So a long, what is that? 82-yard field for the Wolverines.
So we'll take a 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. 8:24 on the clock as the Wolverines will look to score back-to-back touchdowns for the first time tonight and their only 2nd touchdown of the night.
That's Payton, but it's kept by Burmeister. Big hit. Barry was there to meet him. But still, Burmeister gains 6. So 2nd down and 6. Still utilizing his legs in great circumstances. Burmeister another big gain there. And it's going to another fake handoff, but instead swallowed up from the get-go. Instead, it's going to be only a gain of 1. 3rd down and 3. Can Sequoia force a 3 and out right here?
A little score update around and River Ridge is tied with Sprayberry 20-20. Creekview is beating Pope 40-17. The River Ridge game is going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
and
that's interesting.
Creekview game is into the 3rd quarter.
Because those are arguably, the top 4 teams in the region are River Ridge, essentially the number 1, as they have no losses. As that, boom, that is a beautifully guarded pass. Benji Smith again. Smith is playing locked down out there on man-to-man tonight. You love to see it from the junior. But as I was saying, the top 4 teams in the region are Sprayberry and River Ridge, and also Sequoia and Woodstock. So, I mean, if you're our region's biggest fan, this is your most favorite night ever, as you have a lot of high-caliber matchups. And, I mean, that Sprayberry and River Ridge game, those could easily be Sequoia's biggest challenges, as it obviously was against Sprayberry. And that River Ridge game that we host next week is going to be very competitive as well.
Yeah, you also have to remember that the Chiefs are a game behind. As that River Ridge game did get postponed, so they're automatically less in this region standings, as they have not played as many games as everyone else.
So that false start is going to remain it to be 4th down.
And it's going to be the 8th penalty on Woodstock tonight, compared to Sequoia's 2. So now from the punt from the 20. And good punt here, gonna just get over the 50. It'll take a favorable bounce and it will keep going. Keeps going and stops at around the 30-yard line. And a 20-yard roll there for the Wolverines punter, as the Chiefs will take over at their own 30. 7:22 left on the clock.
Yeah, so we'll see the Chiefs definitely try to run out the clock even more now, as they held the Woodstock Wolverines to no score. They have a 3-score lead. They can easily make it even more out of their reach now.
Yeah, and I think we might see exact type of drive we saw in the last one, where just a bunch of run plays, just try to take as much time as you can off this clock while still trying to score another touchdown.
Jackie looking for the gap there. That's going to be a first down run going for 2. So second down and 8 from the 32.
So Rejecki's going to run for about 3 yards on that one, as they'll take their time to set back up. Play clock going within 20 seconds.
Looking back for a play really fast. Only 2 receivers out. Trying to make it 1. That's Darling on the far side. ISO out there, I believe, with Rylan Hubbard. And he's looking out there. Brooks Darling, can he get free? Oh, going to get taken down. I had a lot of hope in him in that play. It was ISO out there on an island.
Yeah, he almost got him. Instead of trying to make a juke move or something like that, he decided, I'm going to try to take him on, try to truck him over. Didn't happen, though, so going to be a 3rd and 5 now for the Chiefs after Brooks Darling's catch. And 15 seconds left on the play clock, 6:05 left on the total game clock. And here's the 3rd and 5. Handoff to Rejecki. And instantly taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to set up a 4th and about 6. And the punt team will come on.
And Woodstock is still alive, most definitely right now.
Yeah, forcing a punt, forcing the second punt for Sequoia of the night. The first one was taken by Will Rejecki. This time they'll let McClure take it. Bit of strategical punting, as the Wolverines will set up with 2 punt returners. And here's the long snap from Riley O'Neal.
That was a little bit close.
And we'll get a good roll and settle at around the 30-yard line. And the Wolverines have another opportunity to get themselves back into this game. So Burmeister will lead the Wolverines back onto the field. 5:10 left in the quarter. Time is slowly getting away from the Wolverines, but it's not fully out yet.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, on that last drive, the speed they showed from Burmeister out of the pocket on those scrambles, even though he got caught up around midway through his goal yardage for the gain a few times there, still, you know how talented Burmeister is on his scrambles. Definitely want to rely on that more, but still, I would go to Peyton on those outside runs. He's getting a lot of space out there.
That's exactly what they try to do, but the Chiefs said no, and it's going to keep them at the line of scrimmage and set up a 2nd and 10, as the Chiefs perfectly read that offensive move. So now clock still running, 4:50 on the clock. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see another pass, maybe a screen play to the outside, or another quick handoff to Peyton.
And he keeps it. Burmeister in the flats to Dirks, and he breaks 1 tackle, finally brought down. That was number 11, Jake Bertils on the tackle. I believe setting up a 3rd down and 1 as they're just short.
So 3rd and short now, 3rd and 1. Chiefs looking to force another turnover, as here's the run and just gets outside and it will give the Wolverines another first down.
Exactly what I was saying. Those runs outside may not be the amount of big play yardage that they're trying to get back into this game, but from a third down and short standpoint, you can always rely on Isaiah Payton there.
Yeah, and that's exactly the way that they've been going this drive. I think only one of their plays has not gone to him.
Yeah. There's Burmeister. He is looking long. Across the field, brought down, and he's still up. That's number 10, Justin Yearout.
Beautiful catch there. Gets two hands on it right over his head.
And there is an injured Chief down.
Timeout for injury.
But, man, there was a defender right on his back. But still, Yearout brought that right down. Not sure who is injured down there. And maybe Spencer Geist.
So with that, we'll take a official's timeout. And it is 28-7 with 3:50 left in the quarter. So
Woodstock is not out of this one. They still have a lot of time left here, and Cherokee cannot settle. Because, I mean, we saw in that Cherokee game we hosted early in the season, Cherokee came back at the end. And, I mean, if it wasn't for, like, a one last play, heave to the end zone, that could have gone to overtime. Cherokee could have won. So, Sequoia cannot get complacent here.
I mean, yeah, we saw that. I think it was a onside kick recovered,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, so we're going to win this game, and just instantly turned around. And I think that we keep seeing kind of some little slips of mindsets, getting too confident in the game from Sequoia, and I feel like that's what we've seen coming into this quarter, as you've given Woodstock another score. You've scored one, but now kind of driving down the field, Isaiah Payton's getting a little scary. He's doing a little good right now.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit too good if you're a Chiefs fan.
So
as
that
Spencer
was
Geist
Spencer Geist.
makes his way up, and he is walking, so that is good to see. He makes his way to the sideline.
So we hope the senior safety is okay, but
So the players will make their way back to the field.
yep. Clock's at 3:50. So first down and 10. Clock is into Sequoia's ball is into Sequoia's territory on the 27. And he's looking to his left. Pressure is coming. Dirks again. Dirks is being open a lot tonight. That's going to be just short of the first down. 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff. Payton on the outside, but almost dragged down. Instead, still up, and he's about to maneuver his way. Instead, gets taken down for a loss. Man, a big loss they're marking him for. That's going to make it a 3rd and 10, loss of 8.
Great job from Payton to try to get back towards the line of scrimmage, but too many Chiefs players were in the area and did not let him do that. Taking him down for a loss of 7. It sets up a 3rd and 10 now. 2:45 on the clock. Here is a big play for the Chiefs.
They've been going to Dirks in this situation, or a Burmeister scramble could be really beneficial.
As there's a deep throw, and it goes to nobody. Pass was intended
For Vigna.
but too much power and too much height on that one.
But what's their decision here? 4th down and 10. They have been going for it a lot tonight.
We have not seen their kicker besides on their extra point.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you do take a field goal here, then you'd still have to go for another kick to try to make things back even. But then if you do go for a kick here and score 3 unanswered, you take the lead. They won't take that advice, and they will go for it on 4th and 10. Again,
Big
back
play.
in no man's land.
Got 4 receivers out for Burmeister. Clock's at 2:29. He's looking. There's blitzes coming. Almost a beautiful catch by Dirks, but just out of his hands. And that's going to be the 3rd turnover on downs for Woodstock. 3rd or 4th, maybe.
Second.
A little bit too much of an overestimate there.
You forgot about the blocked field goal and the fumble.
Yes. Nonetheless, Sequoia, a beautiful defensive stand stops Woodstock and gets momentum right back. Just when Woodstock was moving the ball, about to get in the red zone, Sequoia halts them at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and also credit to Ian Mariah right there, just getting a hand on quarterback, making the pass a bit harder to throw, and also probably why it wasn't a complete pass.
Rajecki has a lane, gets pushed out of bounds after a gain. It's going to be marked for a gain of, they're moving 5 or 4.
Clock still ticking, now at 2:15 left in the quarter, as the Chiefs are trying to slowly take as much time as they can off of this homecoming night game.
They're doing a great job of it. I feel like they have a secure lead, and they're draining that clock perfectly as it goes below 2 minutes. We got 3 receivers out, though, Darling included, trying to get his 4th touchdown of the night. Fakes the handoff. Martin, a keeper. He's going to get swallowed up by 3 Wolverines. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5.
She's wasted about a good 30 seconds on that one. 1:30 left in the quarter. Clock is slowly moving, but it is moving. So that's a good thing for the Chiefs, as they're going to look, I'd say maybe look for a pass here. Maybe get a quick slant route or, their signature screen pass on the sidelines.
Yeah, I would watch, if you're Woodstock, I would watch out for Darling on a slant route right here, as they're looking there. But instead, it's not Darling. That was intended for for Jack Ripley. Incomplete, however, it's going to be a 4th down now.
Despite that, a lot of involvement from Ripley tonight, a lot of targets.
Yeah, which we haven't seen that much this season.
Yeah.
So great job for the junior. The punting team is going to be on the field now. McClure back for another punt tonight, as the clock is at 1:03.
The Wolverines will get the ball back with 1 minute left in the quarter, as they'll have 13 minutes total to try to make a comeback in this one.
And it's getting down to that point where, we can say a score on this possession is going to get them back in it. Score on this possession is going to get them back in it. But you got to score at some point. You can't go into the 4th quarter still down by 3 scores. You need to get something going. And there's a flag coming out at the end of that kick return.
Great launch there from the ref.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful throw.
See what the call is. Here he is.
After the play, unsportsmanlike, receiving team number 1, 15-yard penalty, 1st down. That's number 1's first unsportsmanlike.
So that's on Caleb Vigna, the freshman.
So the one who caught the punt?
I believe that may be Chase Kalina, which would make perfect sense. But there are 2 number 1s on Woodstock. And I was reading the first one, but I'm just now realizing that Chase Kalina, which is their leading receiver, is also number 1. So pardon me, Chase Kalina, but I believe that is the senior, which we may have been miscalling the entire game. So I believe that was on Chase Kalina, number 1, the 5'10 senior. And he is their best receiver with 346 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. So
averages about
was a little bit confused.
Yeah, averages about 50 yards per game. Is around that number so far tonight.
Officials timeout.
As officials call a timeout, as the Woodstock head coach has a chat with the refs. So 53 seconds on the play clock. And not much time left in this one for the Wolverines. They're going to need a big play to get themselves back into this one.
Not sure what the official's timeout is for. They're talking with Coach Devine, I believe.
I think they're still talking about that
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And they get it settled.
So the call stands. Got that settled with Devine. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Burmeister and the Wolverines. Ball's on the 35. Another chance for them to get back in this one and get within 2 scores here. Handoff to Peyton, but he is swallowed up first thing. Gain of 1. Going to be a 2nd and 9.
Goes pretty much nowhere with that one and allows the clock to keep moving. Tanner Davis with the tackle on that one. And the Wolverines kind of taking their time with this. I'm surprised they're not in as a hurry-up formation.
Yeah, because they were playing tempo, in that first quarter.
They're playing very high tempo in the first quarter, and it's kind of slowed down, especially in desperation mode for them. You would think they would be going long ball after long ball. I mean, sometimes you see the best passing plays when teams are in desperation mode. When you need a touchdown, you got to go long. I mean, I think 2 weeks ago, Packers versus Vikings, Jaden Reed had back-to-back 50-yard catches just when they were down with a minute to go. And I feel like that's kind of how the Wolverines need to play from now on.
Yeah. So 28-7. As I was saying earlier, it's getting that time where you have all these chances to get back in this game. Woodstock has to capitalize, as we were saying. And what better way? They need to get the passing game going with Burmeister. I mean, they have a lot of weapons. That Sequoia defense, that secondary, particularly Benji Smith back there. Spencer Geis is now injured, but Carson Berry back there is shutting down these receivers very well. Also, one thing to take into consideration, the penalties that Woodstock is having are very influential as they're on those plays that are pushing them back and making it harder, like 3rd down.
Yeah, and also I think great job from Sequoia to minimize the penalties that they have usually been prone to getting. I mean, I feel like last home game we had, even though it feels like an eternity ago, we just kept getting plagued by delay of game, false starts, illegal formations, and it just kept piling on. They've done a great job tonight to keep them down to 2 so far, and the Wolverines just keep getting penalty after penalty. As we see with that personal foul, as it moves them back even more on top of what they were already.
Yeah. So they are back on the field now. So a 4th quarter opening possession for the Wolverines. They need something big here, or at least a score. 3rd down and 7. Pressure is coming. He's moving the pocket, but Burmeister is down for the sack. What a moment there. I believe that was Mariah or a group of Chiefs.
Carson Gant with the sack there on that one, and it's going to be 4th and 10 now.
And just when you wanted some momentum, goes right back to the Chiefs' possession. So Rajecki and Darling back to receive the punt as they're around the 45 of their own territory, but they have some speed out there. Oh, the punt is dropped. The punt is muffed, but he's taking it. Is he going to get there? That's number 20, but he's tripped up. Almost got it. The muff punt by Davis Cranford was recovered well. Wow, that could have been catastrophic for Sequoia.
And I'm honestly kind of surprised he didn't, after getting that little freeway, just try to punt it and get it as far away as he could. Because now the Chiefs have the ball at the 30, and within one play, the Chiefs could extend their lead to 4 and pretty much put this game to bed.
Ball is on the 30. 1st down and 10.
They'll send 2 receivers to the far side.
Here's Martin at the handoff. Rajecki has a lane, and Rajecki is looking to exactly what you said, put them to bed. Touchdown. There's a flag coming back, I believe, from the line judge on the far end of that play.
And
I believe it may be on Sequoia.
Yeah, early signals say it is on Sequoia. No, maybe not.
After the play.
Oh, after the play.
Foul. Defense.
Wow.
24.
Another
15-yard
personal
penalty,
foul,
recess
unsportsmanlike conduct
on
type
kickoff.
penalty.
Touchdown is good.
So that's going to keep the touchdown on the board as Sequoia goes up 4 scores in this highly touted region matchup as they're making a statement against the Wolverines.
And right on cue, as I say it, Will Rajecki, 30-yard rushing touchdown, increasing his total season touchdowns to 10 and getting more yards again. Great job from Rajecki tonight, as here's McClure for the extra points. McClure lining up for the kick. Here's a snap from Riley O'Neal, and a beautiful kick there from McClure as he stays perfect on extra points.
Kick is good. And for that's good.
So
Woodstock Wolverines
35-7, the Chiefs lead. 10:56 left in the game as the Chiefs are looking to run away with this one.
So a lot needed from the Wolverines if they want to get back in this ball game. Need some quick plays. As you were saying on the last drive, they kind of seem to just kind of be taking their time, not trying to get the line quickly, not trying to set up a play quickly. If you're Coach Davini, you need to get some convince your guys to get some pep in their step as they are trying to get back from 4 scores down.
Yeah, and as you were saying, I feel like we just keep saying this is the drive you need to score a touchdown on. This is the drive you need to score a touchdown on. This right here, this is probably your last opportunity of the night. If you can't score it here and you do turn the ball over, you'd only have about 10 minutes to get the ball back 4 times and score 4 times. Woodstock Wolverines are going to need to turn on desperation mode and try to find some long passes. Maybe try to use some of it, Chase Colina, try to get those long passes that they have not had on the night.
Yeah, if you're Woodstock, you know, as the amazing Mr. Carnes would say here at Sequoia, if you have him, you know what I'm about to say. You need to have the aha moment. You need to find your key in this game to get back in it. Shout out to Mr. Carnes. Want me to shout him out here. He ran the whole homecoming court thing. Very much appreciative of him. But Woodstock needs their, quote, aha moment. And a great way to find it would be some quick plays, as they have Kalina, who hasn't been that much of an explosive passer. Very reliable, but they need some more explosive plays from the senior if they want to get back in this one.
And I also think they're going to need a lot more explosive plays from everybody, as really the only 3 people that we've talked about the entire night is Isaiah Payton and Chase Kalina, besides, of course, Brewmeister. So here's the snap, throws over to the sideline, and thrown out of bounds to get the first down.
Great finish there by Carson Berry. Assuring he was out of bounds, throwing him out there.
So looking at towards the sideline for the play call.
And going off of that, exactly my point from when I started, from when we started the broadcast, Sequoia needed to finish their tackles, and they've done exactly that tonight.
And there's a screen pass dropped by Colina. Had no pressure on him, just couldn't hold on to the ball. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10 as they'll get a break as the stop is clocked for the incomplete pass. They'll get a chance to regroup, figure out a play that they want to play with 10:31 on the clock. So here's the snap.
There's a blitz coming.
Gets out of the pocket, still running, throws it off quickly. Year out, trying to get his hands on it. Can't get them up in time and tips it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was right there for Isaiah Year out. I mean, that was, first off, great pocket awareness by Graham Burmeister. I mean, him being a sophomore and him being, A, that mobile out of the pocket, yeah, but B, having that first of all, pocket awareness and awareness of when the pressure is coming from his backside. He just has a phenomenal presence in the pocket. And for Year Out right there, that ball was just a little bit too speedy for him to bring that one down.
Yeah, I was so focused on the open man on the sideline, I didn't even see the blitz come in as you shouted out. As here's the snap, looking to go deep, decides to take the run for it. He'll get enough for the first down, and he will slide, taking himself down at the 47-yard line. Will get the first down, and will set up a 1st and 10 with 10:19 with the clock moving.
And here we go. We're seeing a little bit more speed in their play setup from Woodstock here.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the hurry-up type of offense that you need to have, especially right now in the position that Woodstock is in. So here's the snap, looking to go deep again. Just decides to run it one more time, and he will slide down 5 yards.
A little bit of a kind of 2 late hits there, but I believe it was during the slide.
Yeah, I would
or
say
they
that
initiated
was
during the slide.
Yeah, kind of hard to dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
On that one. No flag will be called. Set up a 2nd and 5. Crossing into Chiefs territory. As again, Woodstock in a hurry up. 9:40 on the clock.
More pressure.
There was a slant route quickly and brought down there by Jake Bertillis. He's had a great performance tonight. Multiple tackles.
Caught by Brantley for the Wolverines. .9:25 and rolling on the clock.
Now Burmeister needs to try to play something. Here's the motion. Hands it off. Little fake play there. Trying to go deep, and it's not caught. Flea flicker type play doesn't work.
Little Philly special there. Not.
As they tried
finished.
to find this Year Out with the throw.
Yeah.
As they tried to.
I believe that was Kalina out there maybe.
Yeah, that is Kalina. As they tried to find him deep.
And that was covered by Caden Spade. And Spade, he's a linebacker, not a cornerback.
Yeah, that just.
In his forte, at least.
Tried to catch Sequoia off guard with that one, but couldn't execute the play. So they'll go again. Here's another motion from Year Out. This time he'll throw it to Year Out, and he can't hold on to it. And it will be an incomplete pass and set up a 3rd and 10 as back-to-back plays that they just couldn't execute. They had the perfect scheme for it. Everything worked out perfectly. They just couldn't finish the play out.
Yeah, and that's Year Out's 2nd drop on the drive. And this is coming in a critical time, a crucial drive as they're trying to get within 3 scores here in the 4th quarter.
Clock stopped at 9:07. They'll have a bit of time here to discuss the play. But 5 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap. Trying to find a quick option. Throws it out to the sideline again, but dropped.
Yeah, and I think it was tipped by Mariah. Another tip. We've had a lot of tips tonight, whether it be on a field goal attempt or on a lot of passing attempts by Burmeister. The blitz has been there.
Yeah, and Burmeister with the pass attempt to Burmeister, his brother, couldn't be completed. And it will send out the punt team on 4th and 10, down 4 scores. Sending out the punt team. They are going to need a defensive stop, and they're going to need it quick.
Yeah.
If they're going to want to stay in this one. And here's the snap. Almost blocked there. So close. Darling's going to let this one go out of bounds at around the 15. And the Chiefs have 8:57 to take off the clock. So another punt.
So just a little update. Some big happenings happening over in Sprayberry. The score with under a minute left in the 4th, it says, is River Ridge 27, Sprayberry 30. So the Yellow Jackets are up by 3 against the Knights, who are currently undefeated in region. So that would be a huge win for Sprayberry.
With the region standings, which game would better help Sequoia to boost them? Probably a Sprayberry loss.
I would say a Sprayberry loss.
Just because, yeah, we lost to them.
But
so.
Sprayberry, I believe Sprayberry's one loss, let me check really fast, is out of region.
So that doesn't really matter in terms of region standings.
Actually, it may be in region. Let me do a little research.
Do a little bit of
really
research
fast.
over there. I'll take over the commentary duties as you look for that one. As here's the snap, handed off quickly to Rajecki, and 3 Wolverines on top of him.
Okay, yeah, their loss. This is what surprised me is to Pope, who Pope is 3-4, and I believe last week got blown out. I think just a week ago, if I'm not mistaken.
And they're currently being blown out by Creekview,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, as well.
And they, Sprayberry lost to Pope 34-23. So, I mean, that's a very big upset. But besides that, Sprayberry has a loss in the region.
As here's Colby Murray, deep throw. Almost perfect to Maddox Waller. As he just can't hold on to it. Would have been free land if he had caught that one. And a 70-yard touchdown. So close. Going to set up a 4th and 1. And it's going to bring up Caleb McClure for another punt. Going to be the Chiefs' 3rd punt of the night.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I think a Sprayberry win is honestly more beneficial for Sequoia.
Because we still have to play River Ridge, too. We play them next
But
week.
honestly, I think either way you have a route to the finish, because if Sprayberry wins, the top 3 teams will be Sequoia, Sprayberry, and River Ridge, all with 1 loss. But that River Ridge Sequoia game next week is crucial, because if they lose that one, they're really out of the top 2 contention there. But if River Ridge wins, that gives Sprayberry their 2nd loss. Sequoia will jump up to 2nd, and that means that River Ridge game will be determinant of who is 1st place in the region.
And it also helps that Woodstock might take their 1st region loss.
Their second
second
region
region
loss.
loss.
So they're automatically.
They lost to River Ridge, yeah.
Yeah.
So they would be almost out.
Yeah.
Would need a miracle to make it back to the playoffs.
So I think for us, a River Ridge win is more appealing. However, a Sprayberry win does definitely not eliminate us. As if I'm saying if Sprayberry wins and we beat River Ridge, we all do a 3-way tie kind of thing. It kind of goes to I don't know what the next factor is. I'm pretty sure it goes to actually I'm not sure what the next one is.
It would either be point differential
I think
or
point differential.
overall record.
But either way, I think that will put Sequoia in a pretty solid position.
Oh, and there's a late flag thrown right in the face of Ken Agundale. Don't know if it was on Agundale right there, but there is a flag on the field.
After the play, unsportsmanlike, defense, number 58, 15-yard penalty, results 1st down.
So Ken Agundale is going to pick up the Chiefs' 3rd flag of the night. Going to be a 15-yard penalty, and will give the Wolverines a better starting spot for this drive. So they'll have a 1st and 10 from about the 30, 7:48 on the clock. And they're going to need a miracle to try to tie this game back up. As they'll quickly hand it off to Isaiah Payton, and he'll get some yardage still going. Gets about a 20-yard game, but multiple flags flying in on the play.
It may have been a horse collar there on that tackle.
Or late hit.
Yeah.
But I do think it is on Sequoia. As we will wait for the ref's call here. As it is on Sequoia. So depending on which one they rule it, could either bump them up 10 yards or they'll decline and keep the 20-yard run. Going to be a face mask on Sequoia. So that will be added on to the end of the play. So it turns about a 15-yard run into a 20-yard run into a 35? 35-yard run with the
Wow.
penalty included, and the Woodstock Wolverines have marched their way into Sequoia zone
Timeout.
with back-to-back
Sequoia.
penalties.
Their first of the half.
I mean, it's going to take a lot, but they're having they have put themselves in very good field position right here.
Yeah, with first time the Chiefs have had 2 penalties in a quarter tonight, only their 4th of the game. Woodstock is at 10. They've just got their 10th.
Which has played a very big factor. Those 10 penalties, as I mentioned earlier, have really been drive killers for Woodstock.
So Sequoia used their first timeout of the half. They'll have 2 left as they just try to drop a play, maybe cool some heads off, try to not get as many penalties, and hopefully keep Woodstock at 7.
Yes.
So the refs will start the game back up after the timeout. And here is the motion to the far side. And Burmeister with the snap. A little high snap. Able to hand it off, though, to Isaiah Payton. And he'll get a gain of around 4 with that one. Great job there from Burmeister to control the high snap. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And successfully give the ball off to Payton. So it's going to set up a 2nd and 7. 7:28 on the clock as Payton did get out of bounds, so the clock stops there for that one.
And you've got Furstein on the close side of the field, isolated with Smith.
Smith has been pretty much locked up tonight. And they'll run that one and pretty much go nowhere, so going to be a 3rd and same, so 3rd and 7 still. As the Wolverines just continue to run this ball, maybe trying to find a gap in the defensive line for the Chiefs, but that so far is just not happening. The Chiefs line has been so good tonight.
Yeah, especially their blitz schemes. I always compliment Buddy on how good of blitz schemes he draws up right then.
And a
beautiful takedown by Caden Spade there.
But there is a flag on the field. Don't know who it is on, but if it is on Woodstock, that would be a beautiful play for the Chiefs from the blitz to the tackle. As we wait for the ref's decision.
Illegal shift. Offense. Penalties decline. 4th down.
So going to be a legal shift on Woodstock. Going to be their 2nd of the quarter. Their 11th of the game now. Oh, Teeter will decline it and bring up 4th and 7. A big play here for the Wolverines to try to put another score up. As they'll look to throw it, but the play is called dead instantly with multiple flags on the field.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
And they're going to call encroachment on the defense. And Sequoia is going to get their 3rd flag of the quarter, having now more flags in the 4th quarter than any other quarter combined. So getting a little sloppy towards the end of this one as they'll let the clock roll. 6:20 left on the clock and set up a 4th and 3. So makes it a little bit easier for the Wolverines to convert on 4th down. Here is the snap. A little low snap. Burmeister gets it out quickly to the side. Is it enough for the 1st down? Yes, it is, as he breaks the first tackle and gets thrown out of bounds towards the 25.
What a play.
They'll move the chains for the 1st down right there. And it's going to set up a 1st and 10 from about the 19-yard line right there. So now 6 minutes on the clock. Clock stopped at 6. And Burmeister has a chance to get the Wolverines' second touchdown of the night.
And they need to get something here in those first 2 plays in the end zone. They're looking there to Dirks. And that one caught for a first down, I believe, at 5:50 left in the fourth quarter.
It won't be a first down. It'll just be short. It's going to be inches. Oh, sorry, never mind. You are right. First and goal. I didn't see the chains move, so I was like, oh, let's not be a first down. First and goal, nonetheless, from the 8. Here's the play for Burmeister as he hands it off to Peyton. There's a fumble in the play, and it might have been recovered by the Chiefs. 3 Chiefs just piling over to Peyton, hit sticking him, knocking the ball out, and the Chiefs will recover and prevent another touchdown from being scored.
Unreal.
And it is.
That's a second forced foul. Oh, there's an injured Chief down.
So with 5:31 left on the clock, Chiefs get the ball back, 35-7.
And just letting everyone know at home, it is official. Sprayberry has won 30-27. Unless it's telling me wrong on Max Preps, Sprayberry has won. So that makes it, with this win for Sequoia, I'm predicting will make the standings among the top even. So 1 loss for River Ridge, Sprayberry, and Sequoia. So the top 4 moves down to top 3 after this game, minus Woodstock.
Yeah, and something big to note that Chiefs play River Ridge at home next week from the rescheduled game last week.
Oh, maybe, a few weeks ago.
So that game will be played here, Skip Hope Stadium, on the 18th, which will have big playoff implications especially with that River Ridge loss.
Yes, I will sadly not be there. However, I will be watching, and I will be texting input to Jake to say during the game. Don't worry.
We'll get you on FaceTime. We'll get you a little FaceTime. We'll throw you up on the side of the screen.
Yes, definitely. I would love to be here for this one.
As the Chiefs get a running play, Rajecki throws a man to the ground. And the game might be over, but Rajecki is not done throwing people around for fun.
And that's what you love to see. Maybe not throwing people down when you're up by 28, but it's the spirit that these Chiefs player has. That's what I've always realized about Sequoia is that they may not be the biggest, most fastest. Even though they really have a lot of great talent this season, the past couple seasons, they have a consistent spirit of wanting to win no matter the circumstances.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a big part about that is just the moments. I mean, tonight, homecoming night, 35-7 win against a 6-1 Woodstock. That really, this game was, I thought it was going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
Thought this game was going to be close. Both defenses were going to be top tier on their A game. It has not been like that. I mean, you also have games against Creekview. I mean, just the rivalry, just the emotion in those games. I mean, that's what I feel like this Chiefs team is about. Just that kind of family connection that you're going to push through no matter what. The Chiefs have done a great job of that tonight. As 4:30 left on the clock, just trying to run this game out.
So predicting the win for the Chiefs would make them in the lead for the all-time series, 5-4.
3 seconds on the play clock. They'll take it at the last possible second, hand it off to Rajecki as he'll get towards the sideline, just short of the first down. And we'll set up a second and about 2. And yeah, as you were saying, we'll lead the all-time series 5-4 and extend their win streak against Woodstock to 4 in a row. And even with the points combined tonight, the Chiefs have scored the same amount of points that the Wolverines have scored in the last 4 meetings combined.
Wow.
As they've scored 26
that is wild.
in the past. Or sorry, 2 less, because 26-37 they would have, as there's a
big loss for
big loss of a play there.
But still, that is an insane stat you just read off. Wow. Sequoia really having their way.
I think it also does have to do with the fact that the Wolverines have not been as good as they are this year in a very long time. And even though they didn't do that great of a job against Sequoia tonight, they are still a very, very good team.
No, and they're still even in it for the region-wise. I mean, if
Timeout.
a couple of things
Sequoia,
happen
30
their
seconds.
way, I mean, some upsets here and there, they're still in it.
I mean, yeah, 2 teams' losses make the playoffs all the time. You're not officially out yet
Oh, yeah.
with 2 losses. And
And, I mean, Pope beat Sprayberry, so you never know who else Sprayberry could lose to, who River Ridge could lose to.
River Ridge
Sequoia.
lost next week.
Yeah.
River Ridge is at 2 losses.
Yep.
Sprayberry could, I mean, they lost to Pope already. You never know
Yep.
who else they could lose to. Then they're at 2 losses as well. This region is definitely one of the toughest regions to be in.
Definitely one of the most competitive. So with 3:37 left, the Chiefs are looking to get into the top 3 in the region.
Yeah, Chiefs called their second timeout. They'll have 1 left when they come back to play here. The Wolverines still have all 3 of their timeouts. As the Chiefs make their way back onto the field, they'll have a 3rd and about 7 from their own 25. Or sorry, their own 35. So here's the snap from Colby Martin. Hands it off to Rajecki. And Rajecki's going to fall over just past the line of scrimmage. And going to set up a 4th and 5. So it's going to bring out the punt team again. As the punt team can take off 20 seconds, they'll send it down to within 3 minutes. Pretty much securing a Sequoia loss unless Woodstock Wolverines can get 2 70-yard passing touchdowns, then somehow manage to get back-to-back onside kicks, and then do that again.
It's going to take a lot.
You know, it's always possible. You know, football is a crazy game sometimes. You know.
Yeah, we saw that last week in college football.
Yeah, Vanderbilt beating Bama. Big
Flag
games like
comes
that
in.
happen all the time. As there is a flag on the play. So with 2:43 now left on the clock, 35-7, the Chiefs lead as there's another injury on the field. So we'll take you into the booth. And yeah, with the Chiefs win, they'll move up to 3-1 in region as they didn't play River Ridge last week. So, and the Woodstock Wolverines will drop to 6-2 overall and 2-2 in the region?
I believe so. I have to check for fact. And maybe 3 and no, 2-2 probably.
2-2 in the region as they only lost to River Ridge. So
But yeah, great showing by the Chiefs overall. I mean, their offense came out guns a-blazing. I think we have to give more credit to those 3 touchdowns that Darling has tonight. An amazing, exemplary game by the junior. I mean, this is going to be one of his highlights, definitely, when he's trying to get colleges to recruit him. This is a
Foul.
exceptional game by him.
Receiving seat. Half the distance to the goal. First
So we have the
down.
person who was injured is all right, but we have a flag on a blindside block.
So it will push the Chiefs back a little bit. And the Wolverines will start with the ball from about the 15-yard line. And going to be a 1st and 10, 2:43 left on the clock. Woodstock are down 4 scores currently. So here's the snap. Play is back on. And they'll send 2 men in motion to flip the sides. They'll send 4 receivers out, and they'll just hand it off. And we'll get stopped pretty much instantly. That was a handoff to Daryl McClendon, as he'll rush for -2 yards right there. As wouldn't be surprised if they just let this clock kind of run out here.
Yeah.
24 left on the play clock, 2:20 left on the game clock. As the stadium starts to clear out, people making their way towards the exit after this very dominant performance from the Chiefs on homecoming night, as the Wolverines will take another run. And this time, play clock will go down to 120, as there's 30 seconds left on the play clock, 140 at the game clock. Just keep letting the clock roll down, as they'll have a 3rd and 5. And they'll try to run, maybe get another first down before the end of the game here. And with 7 seconds left on the play clock, here's the snap. They'll do a quick handoff, as McClendon's going to do a little spin move. Won't get too far, though. And it's going to set up a 4th and 1, it looks like. Clock goes.
Guessing they're probably going to go for this one here in this situation. Oh, pardon me. They're maybe sending on the punt team.
It looks like they are sending on the punt team. And 20 seconds left on their play clock. We'll have about 20 seconds to punt. Give the Chiefs around 40 seconds to just kneel this one out. So there's going to be a timeout there called
Timeout
by the
Woodstock.
Wolverines.
Their first of the half.
There's going to be their first timeout of the half. They'll have 2 left if they choose to even use them, as there's 41 seconds left on the clock. As they might change, they might not punt. As they just called their first timeout. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just do decide to punt and let Sequoia kneel this one out. So the Chiefs will move up to 6-1 overall on the season. Woodstock will drop down to 6-2, 2-2 in region. Chiefs will move up to 3-1 in region, with their only loss coming against Sprayberry, just losing it in the last quarter.
And so after this one for Sequoia, their last 3 games of the season are going to be against River Ridge next week. Then you have Pope, and then you have, honestly, the most infamous rivalry in Cherokee County. Debatably, people may say Etowah Woodstock, but Sequoia Creekview is highly touted and very competitive, and it's going to be our senior night to end the season here in Skip Pope. I am extremely excited for that one.
You know, I wouldn't even say the county. I would just say the world in general. I think Sequoia versus Creekview should just be on the map nationally.
No, yeah.
ESPN should pick it up.
Yes.
You know?
Definitely.
Biggest game of the year right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Speaking of, like, ESPN should pick it up, I'm pretty sure it was the River Ridge Sequoia game was the Fox game of the week, when we were supposed to have it before Hurricane Helen delayed the game. I'm not sure if they're going to be back again for game of the week, but if not, they should, because this is could be for top seed in the region.
A great game in what will probably be for either a top spot in region or even first place in region, as the Chiefs will kneel this one out and take the victory 35-7 over the Woodstock Wolverines. As the clock trickles down, the Chiefs form the handshake line and end the game. What a great game we just had right there.
A great game. And from the start, you saw Sequoia in their first 2 possessions, touchdown, both to Brooks Darling. And I think those first 4 possessions that we saw were kind of exemplary of the entire tempo of the entire game, because, I mean, there was a fumble for Woodstock after that, and also a blocked field goal. And that kind of showed how dominant Sequoia was defensively, forcing turnovers, forcing penalties, especially for Woodstock. I mean, through and through, Sequoia had control of this game and did not let go.
Yeah, and I mean, even Woodstock defense, you thought they were really just going to come out, be as strong as they possibly can, and then just Sequoia's offensive game plan just really turned that whole thing around. Brooks Darling had a hat trick, 3 touchdowns, only about like 6 receptions or something. Crazy stat line from him. Just a great job from both the offense and the defense tonight, and that's exactly what you want to see as you get late into the season, where these games start meaning a lot more.
Yeah, and if you're Woodstock, I mean, you may have not had your best showing tonight, but you still have a 6-2 record, in a very competitive region that you still have a chance to get into the top slots of. You may have things to work on, but still, there are some positive points to pull out of the game. Burmeister is, we know, a very talented QB, and Devine has a lot of things they need to work on, but a lot of things that he should be harping on, and they did pretty well in that game. So that does it for us tonight. Next week, we will be hosting the River Ridge game. Jake will be here for that one. I will sadly be in Boston next weekend, but I will be tuning in very excitedly to watch that. That will be a headline matchup. Could even be Fox Game of the Week. Watch out for that one. But that does it for us tonight. I'm Max Swain, joined by Jake Gyro. We hope you all have a great night. Thanks for watching.
This copyrighted broadcast by Chiefs Television may not be reproduced, repurposed, rebroadcasted, or otherwise reused or redistributed in any form